stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be...
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Meineke always treats your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke's certified technicians will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care. Schedule an appointment at Meineke.com. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix. It's the lunch break.
Welcome into the Friday edition of the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060. Streaming on the free KDUS AM 1060 app. You can watch the show over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you here today on the show. Producer Evan, how are we on a Friday?
I am good. We're 2 hours away from the weekend.
That's right.
We got a big Suns game tonight. D-backs back in action today. It's a busy weekend.
I got to tell you, last Friday's show felt good in the moment, ended up being a very bad show for us. A lot of stuff went south on us prediction-wise. I feel good vibes today here for the show. You feel good vibes today for the show.
Listen, I would say I got great vibes, not similar to how last Friday's show went, even though, again, thought we had good vibes then.
Yeah, and we're going to try to have the good vibes here today. Boy, so much to do today on the show. I don't know if you've heard this, but the Suns' season is on the line tonight.
And they play, who is it? Oh, yeah, the best shooter in the history of the league.
So we'll get you ready for that. The Diamondbacks start a 3-game series tonight against the Toronto Blue Jays, a series that maybe before the season you looked at one way, and I think you should look at it another way now going into it. A lot, and I mean a lot, to discuss about the Arizona Cardinals inside of a week to go until the NFL draft. And maybe it's because we're really close to it. There's a lot going on in Cardinal land. Monti said some stuff yesterday. There's some news that broke today. We'll try to get you the latest on the Cardinals and their draft plans. We do have a lot of Cardinals here today, but let's start. Let's start with the Phoenix Suns. Let's start with the play-in game tonight. It is a must-win game. It is win or go home for the Phoenix Suns, and that means there is pressure on one guy.
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. This is the narrative going into the game, and it's a narrative that I 100% endorse. Tonight is a legacy game for Devin Booker. Tonight is a game that I think could determine how awkward of a summer we're going to have here on the show. How uncomfortable of a summer we're going to have here on the show. You win tonight. You go to the postseason. You're the 8th seed against Oklahoma City. It's not going to be an uncomfortable summer, or at least not to the degree it would be if you lost. It's not going to be as awkward. You lose tonight. Like you lost on Tuesday night with your star player. Dare I say your superstar player, although he didn't play like one on Tuesday. Falling short in the big moments. Boy, is it going to be an awkward summer. Boy, is it going to be an uncomfortable summer. Boy, if you thought the Ketel Marte offseason was awkward and weird and chaotic, I think you are in for a summer of chaos and awkwardness and weirdness if they lose tonight, and it is because Devin Booker is a no-show in the fourth quarter. Because that's what he was on Tuesday. He was a no-show. And he's supposed to be here for those moments. He's paid all the money in the world to be here in those moments, and he didn't do it on Tuesday, and so you know what that means? There's now even more pressure. The expectation into Tuesday is if it's a close game, Devin Booker's got the Suns, right? That's what you expect when you have a star that you're paying as much money as the Suns are paying Devin Booker. Close game against Portland, Devin's going to take care of business. Well, now he didn't on Tuesday, and now the season is actually on the line tonight. And if you lose, there's going to be a decent chunk of the fan base that considers this season a bust, that considers this season a failure, that as I said yesterday on a Take a Note Thursday, is going to have more questions than answers and have more questions than they thought they were going to have. That's what's on the line tonight. Now, I still think you can view this season as a success. I still think you can view this season as more good than bad if they lose tonight, but I can't fault you if you want to scream and rant on Monday. I would not blame you if on Monday's show, we spend the first 3 segments taking phone calls on the Phoenix Suns. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if people are that angry if they lose tonight. That 480-864-1060 lit up like a Christmas tree on Monday. Wouldn't surprise me. You win 45 games. You beat every single expectation. And then, when the expectations raise a little bit, you crumble. That's what the narrative is going to be. And the narrative is going to be the Suns can't win the big one with Devin Booker. And you're going to point to the failings in the past. And you're going to point to couldn't get it done on your home floor on Tuesday against Portland. Couldn't get it done on your home court on Friday against Golden State. You're going to view it as a failure. You're going to view it as a disappointment. You are going to view this as the Suns can't win with Devin Booker. Something has to change. Now, I don't know if it will, if they lose. I tend to think right now in this moment, Devin's not going anywhere. But boy, the question's going to be raised. And I think, honestly, for the first time, it would be a fair question to ask. In the past, I don't think it's been 100% fair to bring that question up. This go around, winning 1 game to get into the postseason, couldn't get it done against Portland, couldn't get it done against yes, it's Golden State, but it is not the same Golden State from 5 years ago. I think you are well within your rights to ask the question. I think you are well within your rights to wonder aloud, can we win with this guy? Is this the right guy to build around? Is this the superstar that this team needs? Or are they going to have to go out in the future at some point and get a superstar? Get a Giannis. Get a Luka. Get a Victor Wembanyama. Get a SGA. Get a Jokic. A true superstar that everybody in the building knows is the best player on the floor, still does it anyway. Still comes through anyway. You would be well within your rights. And I think it's a fair question to ask if they fail tonight. That's why this is a legacy game. This is going to dictate the summer. Is it going to be another summer? Because we do this every summer with Devin and the Suns. It's kind of always lingering. Can they win with this guy? Is he the guy you build around? Is he a superstar or is he just a really good number 2? Is he Batman or is he Robin? These questions, they're at a whisper level every single offseason, every single year, whisper level. To me, the volume gets turned up if they lose tonight. The volume gets turned up if they fail. The volume gets turned up if, as being the 7 seed, for the first time since the play-in has been instituted, it is the 2025-26 Phoenix Suns that are the first team to be the 7 seed in the play-in and then not ultimately make it into the playoffs. The volume gets turned up. A lot of pressure on Devin Booker tonight. There's pressure in general because it's win or go home, but I think there's even more pressure because of the way he played on Tuesday. 3 points in the fourth quarter, all on free throws, passing up the final shot of the game. Wasn't double, triple teamed. He could have attacked the basket. He could have created a shot. He could have done something. They were only down 2. He chose to pass it up. So it's a legacy game. 2 paths. He can either ball out and be the reason they're in the game, be the reason they win, be the reason the game is close, or it can look like it did on Tuesday. And let me tell you, if it looks like it did on Tuesday, just buckle up. The train's going to leave the station if it hasn't already. Tonight's a big one. Prime Video. Another reminder for everybody. It's on Prime Video tonight. 7 o'clock. Devin Booker legacy game. He's either going to live up to the expectation of a superstar. Producer Evan, you talked to the guy who wrote the story that's making news this week, or waves this week. Very well-written story on Bright Side of the Sun. You talked to John Voida. You filled in for Rooster yesterday. You had him on the show. You talked about that story. There's a difference between star and superstar. We're waiting. Devin Booker is a star. He's got to graduate to superstar. Tonight, he can make that at least small step in that direction. he's at the center of them winning tonight, you hold off those conversations for a little bit. But if you lose tonight, and he's missing, and they lose because he's missing in the fourth quarter, and it looks like it did on Tuesday, he's not a superstar.
When I talked to John, we went out and discussed what's the difference between a star and a superstar. Right, and a superstar is somebody with playoff experience. Well, and that's talked about in the story.
In John's story, the star is the guy who puts up the numbers, but the superstar is the guy who does it in the postseason. Not every time, but more often than not does it in the postseason.
And so, you look at superstars, Kobe, right? Like that's the first one that comes to mind. LeBron. Those guys, stars in their own right, but in the biggest games, you trust them.
Steph,
Kawhi Leonard, right? Superstar. Those are the ones that come to mind. When you think of star, you think of James Harden.
In some ways, you think of Kevin Durant, although I think Kevin Durant is a superstar. But
a superstar just because, listen, he went to Golden State, no matter how you feel like about that, he won a few championships and was their best player at the time.
I'll hit you close to home, right?
Yeah.
Embiid is a star, not a superstar.
100%.
Jalen Brunson in New York right now is a
star, not a superstar.
But he's on the doorstep. He's ringing the doorbell. And if the Knicks win this year, they go to the finals, he'll graduate.
Correct. To give you an example, Jason Tatum just made that jump. Right? Like into superstar territory.
Right.
And so I think for a lot of people, you look at Devin Booker and you see star. And I don't blame you for seeing that. Tonight is another chance for him to take a step forward.
Right. You can view it as there's a ton of pressure on him, or you can view it as there's an opportunity tonight. There's an opportunity to shed a narrative. There's an opportunity to maybe not fully graduate, but take a good first step.
Because do you know what comes? Listen, being a superstar doesn't always mean winning the finals.
No,
and
I
know that sounds crazy. But take a look around some of the best players in not only sports, but in the NBA that have never won. You're stuck here, you're stuck there, wherever it may be. For Devin Booker, while they filled out rosters for him, they have filled out incomplete rosters. They have filled out, not full rosters ready to win in the playoffs. And you take a look last year, right? Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant. They asked Book to take a step back in that situation. It didn't work. Now he's had to step back up, take the reins again, and be the guy. And they're at this point. It doesn't take winning an NBA Finals for him to shed that narrative off his back. It takes one win tonight. They're going to have one winner go home. It's tonight. If he is really good tonight, if he drops 35 on extremely efficient shooting and is the reason they win, that narrative is shed off for at least one offseason.
Yeah, I think if he plays well tonight, win or lose, but definitely in a win, and like you said, he's efficient, then for a brief moment, I think he sheds it. Because this is, outside of a Game 7 in a playoff series, this is as close to a Game 7 as you're going to get. Your season is on the line tonight. Your good vibes, where we talk about today being a good vibe show, your good vibes season in some ways kind of hangs in the balance tonight. And you can either thrive, and this is the other part of it too, superstars in these moments deliver. They thrive in the pressure. The pressure doesn't bother them. They seem to embrace the pressure. Will Devin embrace the pressure of tonight? Because we could do this segment at some point. But this may be the most pressure that's been on him in a really long time.
It is. It's the most pressure since being up 2-0 in an NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Or one of the Game 7s. Because that narrative, and while those Game 7 blowouts do not fall on Devin Booker.
Like the Dallas one is not all on him.
Like, yeah, was he great? No.
But the entire team,
you lost by 40.
Yeah, the entire team was awful in that.
So
game.
like you can't blame him solely for those games. While he wasn't great, I think you go back to the finals where you're up 2-0 and think, man, they should have got that one.
A lot of pressure tonight on Devin Booker. It is a legacy game in many ways, and if he wants to take a large step towards shedding the narrative that he is just a star and not a superstar, to use the John Voida delineation, if he wants to graduate into being somebody that isn't viewed as the Robin to the Batman, you got to come through tonight. You've got to take over this game, and you're going up against one of the greatest coaches of all time, one of the greatest dynasties of all time, and one of the greatest players of all time in Steph Curry. you got to find a way to get it done. Got to find a way to get it done. Now, we'll talk a little bit later on here in the program. It's not just Devin. There's other people that are going to be under pressure tonight. There's other people that are going to need to step up. We'll get to that a little bit later on here on the program. The phone number for you to join us here today, 480-864-1060. You can also chat away with us over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, the Cardinals, they're not naming a QB1. Well, there's somebody that wants to be paid like it. That's next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State head basketball coach.
I've had more than a couple job offers in the NBA and looked at one last year with Phoenix, and my former player, Matt Ispia. And that was hard. That was a hard thing to turn down because, number one, I kind of wanted to go with him.
Wait, so they offered you the head coaching job?
Well, we talked seriously about it. Let's say that.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060. If you're hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, everything can change fast. That's when the attorneys at Sweet James step in. They help you understand your rights, connect you with medical care, and pursue the compensation you may be entitled to. You don't pay anything unless your case is resolved successfully, and help is available 24 hours a day. If you've been injured, call Sweet James for a free case review. Hablamos Español. 800-900-0000. 800-900-0000. SweetJames.com. This advertisement is paid for by Sweet James LLP. Responsible attorney, Bobby Tick-Heavy. Offices in California. No guarantee of results.
Stained. Break the Cycle 25th Anniversary Tour. Featuring Seether. Stained. October 13th. Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. With special guests, Hoobastank and Inder. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. Part of the America First Credit Union series.
Hey, it's Phil Shaver with HomeSmart, and I want to buy your house. I'm a local investor that buys homes for cash all over Maricopa and Pinell County. I buy inherited homes, nice homes, rental homes, homes that are behind on mortgage payments, and I even buy ugly homes that need fixing. Also, are you looking to get closer to market value for your house? As a licensed realtor, I've been able to buy and sell thousands of homes. Since I'm local, you can call me directly on my cell phone, 480-409-9999. Again, that's 480-409-9999. I don't work for a big corporation or hedge fund, so I can only buy 3 to 5 homes per month. There are no fees involved, and you can pick your own close date. The best part is I buy homes as is, so you don't have to worry about doing any repairs. Again, you can call me directly at 480-409-9999, or you can go to my website, gosoldaz.com. That's gosoldaz.com.
Rome here with your Rome Report. I had a close friend who was a former Navy SEAL who used to always tell me when adversity hit, quote, not dead, can't quit. That's the Golden State Warriors. Not dead, can't quit. As for the Clippers, who blew another fourth quarter double-digit lead in a playing game, not dead, but should quit because they spit the bit once again last night. Yeah, I know. Hey, Rome, you need some Thousand Island with that word salad? Right. So I'll make it very simple. Steph Curry and Draymond Green once again showed the heart of a champion after they had been written off, and the Clippers once again showed their true colors by coming from ahead to implode when it mattered most. The Dubs may not make a title run, but at least they have a champion's heart and pride, and they'll go down throwing haymakers. While the Clippers, well, they'll look for a nice, comfortable place to lay down and die, same as they ever were. And as for Chris Paul throwing shade at them, hey, Chris, petty is funny, bitter and washed is not. I'm Jim Rome.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060. Thanks for hanging out with us today on a Friday. The weekend drawing closer and closer. The anxiety probably building and building for the Suns play-in game tonight. But maybe some anxiety building over what the Cardinals will do next week in the 2026 NFL draft. Maybe you're somebody that isn't necessarily in love with the idea of the Cardinals landing Ty Simpson. And we got our last chance to talk with both the general manager, Monti and the head coach, Mike LaFleur. Their pre-draft press conference was yesterday afternoon. And boy, was there a lot said yesterday. Talked about free agency, talked about what they're looking for in a quarterback if they were to draft one. They talked about positional value, kind of asking the Jeremiah Love question without saying it outright. But I think the thing that was most notable, especially when you pair the news of this morning, was that both Monti and Mike LaFleur, non-committal to the idea of naming either Jacoby Brissett or Gardner Minshew QB1. Monty saying not really going to name anybody QB1. Now, many people took that and ran with it, myself included, when I saw the quote of, oh boy, they're doing absolutely nothing to slam the door shut on the swirling storm that is Ty Simpson. I mean, they are doing absolutely nothing to tell you that they don't want to take Ty Simpson. They're in fact doing the opposite. They are kind of confirming without confirming that they are very interested in taking Ty Simpson, but not going to name anybody the QB1. And then you have this from Ian Rappaport this morning, which I'll tell you what, I don't think happened on accident. I don't think this news breaks the day after the Cardinals say they're not ready to commit to anybody as QB1. Ian Rappaport, quote, sources, Cardinals QB Jacoby Brissett is not attending phase 1 of the offseason program and is asking for an extension that pays him as the starter. Brissett, set to make $9.06 million in 26, has only $1.5 million in guaranteed money and wants security. AZ appears willing to address it, end quote. You think it happened on accident? That after saying, oh, we're not naming a QB1, not coming out and saying Jacoby's our starter, all of a sudden it gets leaked to Ian Rappaport today. Oh, you know what? Jacoby Brissett wants to be paid like the starter. You think that happened? You think that's just a coincidence? Of course not. That is a reaction from Jacoby and his team to the Cardinals yesterday, telling the world we're not naming a QB1. Oh, really? Watch this. I'm going to tell everybody I'm not showing up to camp. I want an extension, and I want to be paid like the starter. Puts the Cardinals in a little bit of a weird spot. It says there they're willing to address it. But you just said you're not going to name anybody the starter. You're not going to name anybody QB1. And are you interested in a full-blown extension with Jacoby Brissett? What does that even look like? Are you going to extend Jacoby Brissett and pay him starter-level money when, I don't know, maybe next Thursday you've got yourself a new starting quarterback and his name is Ty Simpson? You did nothing yesterday to slam the door shut on Ty Simpson. So if that's the case, what are you really going to address with Jacoby Brissett? And by the way, if you're Jacoby Brissett, the team went, 1-11 with you as the starter last year? I mean, I know statistically you played okay, but what are we talking about here, man? How much money are you looking for? You want to be paid like a starter? We talking Daniel Jones money? We talking Dak Prescott money? What, you want to be paid like a starter? What does that mean? You probably want more guarantees than the $1.5 million. Fine, I think that's warranted if you are going to be the starter. But if you want, a 2-3 year deal, you want Malik Willis money, I don't think you're getting that from the Arizona Cardinals. Not especially because I think next week Ty Simpson's going to be the new quarterback of this team. What a mess. And you thought it was just, kind of a throwaway comment of, we're not naming anybody QB1. And the first interpretation was, that means they want Ty Simpson. That means they're going to take Ty Simpson. Jacoby Brissett said, watch this. Not going to show up to phase 1 of the offseason program. I want an extension. Not just I want more money this year. I want an extension. Would you do it? Would you give Jacoby Brissett an extension? Would you pay him like a starter? That's the key phrase in there. Pays him as the starter. Well, the team just told us there isn't a starter. The team just told us they're not ready to name a QB1. So in the same breath, are they then going to pay somebody like the QB1? That doesn't seem like the reality of the situation. And so here we are, 6 days from the 2026 NFL draft, and there are so many questions about the Arizona Cardinals quarterback room. Is it going to include Ty Simpson? If not, is it going to include a pay raise for Jacoby Brissett? Is it going to include an extension for Jacoby Brissett? Were they just kidding yesterday when they said they're not ready to name a QB1? Because here's what they actually said yesterday. Producer Evan, you can tell me if you disagree. They didn't want to commit to anybody as QB1 because they think they're getting Ty Simpson next week.
Correct.
And so they don't want to say Jacoby's our starter, then draft Ty Simpson, and then be confronted with those questions again. They are leaving the door open now so that they can wait to see what happens next Thursday. And if they get Ty Simpson, then they can say, we've got 3 quarterbacks. They're going to battle it out. And whoever wins the job in training camp is going to be our starter, right? That's going to be the answer. They don't want to say, yeah, Jacoby's our QB1. Then Ty gets here, and they're like, well, they don't want to backtrack. So they said that yesterday because Ty Simpson's on the radar.
They said that so that they don't have to face the media critics if they say Jacoby's our starter, and then they draft somebody, and we go through camp. And listen, we're going to do the whole thing where in the spring, right after the draft, you're going to hear in rookie mini camp, Jacoby's our starter. You're going to hear in August, we have a battle going on our hands. And by the time we get to the first week of September, Ty's going to be the starter. But we have to go through that. And as much as I'm joking, they do this to leave the door open, to give the possibility that they could start Ty Simpson week 1.
So does that mean they're then going to turn around and pay Jacoby Brissett like he's the starter? And I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Does it mean $20 million a season? Does it mean $30 million a season? Does it mean $35 million a season? I mean, what does that ask even mean? Jacoby Brissett wants to be paid like a starter. Okay, what does that mean? What is he looking for? Is he just looking for more guaranteed money up front? Does he just want some security, a 2 or 3 year deal? What does being paid like a starter actually mean? Now, producer Evan just said something in my ear, and I'm troubled by this.
Oh, I got Brian.
I'm troubled.
Brian wants to talk about Ty Simpson.
Here's my concern about this. The good vibes of the show could completely go off the rails here.
Well, so let's hear it. Here's Brian.
Okay, Brian, keep us on the rails here, bud.
Hey, Chris. I know this could be a good one. You've been doing top-notch work on this Ty Simpson situation. I think we're on the same page. I just wanted to bring up a couple points that maybe you haven't brought up.
Sure.
This is just, I've got a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach all of a sudden on this. This is a panic move that's going to happen, just like when they re-upped with Kyler Murray by taking Ty Simpson. The problem I see, and there's no buzz with this quarterback class. No one's clamoring to get these guys. This is not the year to take a quarterback. This is a year to lay low, use the retread veteran quarterbacks, and play it out. Let's just play it out. Let's say they take Ty Simpson. So he's going to come in. He's going to play in a couple preseason games, hold a clipboard. We're not going to know what he is. Conventional wisdom says we're going to, win our 5 games a year, and we're going to end up in the top 10 next year. Now, I Googled recently, what is the quarterback class of 2027 look like? AI came back and said it's going to be generational with a possible 8 first-round quarterbacks taken. So, Monty, hold firm. Don't panic. This is not the year to strike. If you're here next year, take the quarterback next year. You're better off. Your percentages are higher. Take an alignment. Our cupboards are bare, and we'll move on from there. That's all I got. Hopefully I kept it on the rails. Hit them straight.
You did keep it on the rails, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
We always appreciate you chiming in.
Can I touch on Brian's?
There's a lot in there.
There is.
From what Brian said. And what Brian is getting to is where I think there is, and I'm not picking on Brian, and I'm not picking on anybody who is unable to distinguish between these two things, because it is a hard thing to do. You don't want Ty Simpson. Brian made it very clear. He doesn't want Ty Simpson. I'm not necessarily in love with the idea of Ty Simpson, but I have always said, if they love Ty Simpson, they have to take him.
You said this the other day,
it's a hard
and you're right.
thing.
It's organizational malpractice that if I fall in love with a quarterback and I think he's my guy, to not draft him.
Because there's something else Brian said in there that's interesting to me. He said, Monty, hold on to the picks. Monty, don't make a trade back into the first round. Generational. AI tells him a generational quarterback class next year. Okay. Let me ask everybody this question. Is Monty going to be making that pick next year? Can you say with certainty that Monty's the guy that's going to be handing in the card next year? No. By the way, let me ask everybody this question. Because, again, not picking on Brian, but I remember how the season ended. We didn't want Monty to stick around. So now you want him to make the pick next year?
I don't know if he does want him to make the pick, next year. But if they draft here, okay, so rewind the clock for me a little bit. Let's go back, a decade ago? Let's find the year here.
It's a long time ago.
11 years ago.
Okay, 2015.
No, sorry. 2018?
8 years ago.
8 years ago. They draft Josh Rosen. It's at the top 10.
Yep.
In fact, there were 9 mistakes in front of Josh Rosen.
And by the way, they traded around that pick to get Josh Rosen, if I remember the way that draft went down correctly.
It didn't work.
No.
It was evidently clear from the minute Rosen touched a football field. Football, not for Josh.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year, they didn't mess around with it. They didn't play with the idea of giving Rosen a year 2.
Mm-hmm.
They went and drafted Kyler.
Absolutely. They had the number 1 overall pick, and they took Kyler, and they traded Josh Rosen, I think, for a third-round pick.
Why can't they do that?
So you are getting to what I think is the elephant in the room, and this is what makes it challenging. We can all say that because we're going to be here next year.
Monty can't say that. But here's the difference, and this is where I stand. If it doesn't work with Ty, and I want everybody to hear this, they let go of Monty.
Okay.
If it doesn't work with Ty, they let go of Monty, and you don't think another GM would want to bring in his guy?
What did you just say? If it doesn't work with Ty,
they let go of Monty.
They let go of Monty. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. We're going to come back to it here because that is getting to what is the only thing that's hanging me up about this, and I want to touch on it. So put a pin in that. We'll get back to it. Your phone call is always welcome here, 480-864-1060. You want to weigh in on this? You want to weigh in on the Suns play-in game tonight, win or go home, must-win game against the Golden State Warriors? We'd love to hear from you. You can also chime away on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. Shout out to Brian for keeping us going here on a Friday. When we come back, the Diamondbacks start another series tonight. It is another test for them, just in a different kind of way. That's next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Beer.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority bookings by calling our heroes over at Zero Res. Hey, it's Audrey. I have personal experience with Zero Res. They came in and completely made my home smell way more fresh than it did. And it's not because I smell funky. It's because, well, I've got pets, and I had family over during the holidays, so we'll blame it on them. And they came and completely helped change my winter blues into springtime cleans. Zero Res removes all of that winter buildup and lingering odors, giving your home a fresh, spring-ready feel, preparing your home for the brighter days ahead. And don't forget about your air ducts, because they are the lungs of your home. And if they're dirty, your indoor air quality is going to suffer. This month, get 3 rooms, Zero Resified from Phoenix's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $129. And whenever you mention KDUS, receive a free hallway cleaning and take $75 off your air duct cleanings. Call Zero Res right now at 480-507-2419 or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special.
John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. August 9th, Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale now at LiveNation.com. John Mellencamp, part of the America First Credit Union Concert Series.
Right now at Mark Kia in Scottsdale, you can receive a 0% APR for up to 60 months on a brand new 2026 Kia EV9. That's right, 0%.
The name to remember, Mark Kia. Mark Kia, $1,667 per thousand borrowed. Offer expires May 4th, 2026.
If you're a fan of any sport on the planet, college or pro, then we are right where you want to be. The place to come when you're gonna have too much fun. Real sports fans need a sports book powered by Hard Rock Bet. Follow the money line to Twin Arrows and too much fun. Twin Arrows. The best indoor tailgate party in Flagstaff with massive HD screens, cold drinks, game time food specials, and best service is at Arrow Sports Bar. After the game, get back in the game at craps, blackjack, and slots. Now that's too much fun. The place to come when you want to have too much fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Little Dealer, Little Prices is cleaning house during our spring cleaning RV sale. Shop motorhomes up to 50% off MSRP, fifth wheels from $39,995, and travel trailers from $11,995. Plus, get a free 12-point inspection. Shop or schedule service today at Little Dealer, Little Prices. Terms and conditions may apply. See dealer for details.
ASU baseball this Friday night on KAZG 1440. Join the Sun Devils as they fight for a win to start their weekend during Game 2 against BYU. Head coach Lee Bloomquist is more than ready to prove his team's talents on the field. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. It's ASU versus BYU this Friday. A pregame at 4:45 p.m. and first pitch at 5 p.m. over on KAZG 1440.
The Friday edition of the Lunch Break. Thanks for hanging out with us here today on the show. Diamondbacks start a 3-game series tonight against the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays. And I got to tell you, before the season, you probably circled this one as a part of this rough stretch, schedule-wise, that the Diamondbacks had on their schedule. And you're like, man, we got to go to the East Coast. We got to play the Mets, who spend a ton of money. We got to play the Phillies, who spend a ton of money. We got to play the Baltimores, who spent a ton of money and made a bunch of moves and got better. And then we got to come back home. Our relief from that road trip is we're going to then have to host the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays, who also spent a lot of money in the offseason. Like, where's the break, Rob? Mr. Manford, where's the relief in the schedule? Where's the soft spot here for us? Well, funny how it works out, huh? Because the Diamondbacks go on the road. They go 6-3 on that road trip. They look really impressive. They come back home, and wouldn't you know it, who's the better team coming into this series tonight? Which team is playing the better baseball right now? Is it the Diamondbacks or is it the Toronto Blue Jays? It's why we don't play this game on paper. It's why we go out there and actually play the games. It's why we don't write off seasons before they even start. Because coming into the series, the Diamondbacks are the better baseball team. Toronto, ravaged by injuries to start the year, not winning a whole lot. They come into the series 7-11 on the season. And you actually feel pretty good about the Diamondbacks' chances to win another series, to compete against the Toronto Blue Jays. And this is where now this becomes a different kind of test. Before it was, can you keep up with the Toronto Blue Jays? Can you keep up with the defending American League champions? Now the test is, can you go out and beat a team that's downtrodden right now? Can you keep your hot streak going? Can you, what would this be, 4 series in a row they've won? Can you make it 4 straight series that you won? Can you take 2 out of 3 and be 13-9 to start the year? We've talked about it. It's a 60-game season. That's the way we're viewing it. You would be 13-9 through the first 22 games of the year. You'd feel really good about where you stand. So not a test of can we compete, a test of can we dominate? Can we play like the team that we've played like this year and keep Toronto down right now?
And take advantage of, we talked about this schedule in the first 60 games. This one looks different than it did on paper. You have to take advantage of those moments because there are other series that may look different than they did on paper. You're going to play some of these teams that are better or worse. The pendulum's going to swing both ways.
When the season started, you thought, boy, don't want to face Toronto right out of the gate after we come back from an East Coast swing where we play the Mets, the Phillies, the Orioles. This is just going to be...
And you caught 2 of those teams at a really good time.
And guess what? You're catching Toronto at a really good time.
Like you caught the Mets. They're going through it right now.
Yep.
The Phillies going through it right now. The Orioles have been a very good team, and you took 2 of 3 from them.
Take advantage of the Blue Jays. Take advantage. You're actually playing. You didn't feel this way before the season. You're playing them at the perfect time.
Correct.
You are
100%.
drawing them on your schedule at the perfect time, so take advantage of it. Take 2 out of 3. Win some games that we didn't think you were going to be able to win because you're facing the Toronto Blue Jays. This is now an opportunity. This is now a chance. You want to compete for that top wild card spot? You win series like this. You do. You just keep things moving. You're 6-3 on the road trip. You just keep things moving right into a series with Toronto.
Keep the line moving.
Keep the line moving. It's Michael Soroka going tonight against Eric Lauer. That is the opener of this series over the weekend. Let me give you the pitching matchups before we take a quick time out. It'll be, do we consider this? Does this go in the bucket of a battle of the aces? I'm just asking.
Are you going to ask me if Zach Gallen's an ace? Zach Gallen is an ace.
I'm asking, is Max Scherzer an ace at this stage of his career? I don't know if either one of them are.
Yeah, that's a 3 off.
On paper, you would think it would be.
Yeah, Zach Gallen's a solid 3. And
I think he's a solid number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 starter.
Yes. And then Scherzer's what, a 3 or 4 these days?
At this stage of his career, yes.
Yeah, I think 3 is being generous to Max too. Even though,
okay,
hats off to Max. He gave him a great start in Game 7.
This is going to be a little controversial.
Oh, let's hear this.
Ryan Nelson, Kevin Gausman, is that a?
That's an ace off, ladies and gentlemen.
Does Ryan Nelson?
I'm pretty sure, but let's look at it. What's the Gausman fastball usage?
Yeah, this may be a battle of 2 guys that love their fastball.
This is a fastball off.
Yeah, a lot of fastballs. What's the over-under on fastballs thrown in that game? Because I would like to take the over.
I want to see Kevin Gausman's fastball usage. Let me get to.
Yeah, it's got to be high. He's been really good for them.
He's been very good. All right, do you want to guess?
Do I want to guess Gausman's fastball usage?
In 2026?
56%.
No, it's lower than that.
Oh, is it?
It's 48%.
Okay, so I mean, Ryan Nelson says that's light work there, Mr. Kevin.
Ryan Nelson's?
It's lower than it was last year, but I still think it's above 50.
What do you think it is?
I think it's like 55, 56.
No.
Is it higher?
Yeah.
Is it really? Is it 59?
Higher.
62? He's back over 60. He was under 60. He was throwing the cutter more. And he was throwing the slider. He was
62%.
using... Ryan, we're going in the wrong direction.
It's a fastball off here.
A lot of fastballs. On Sunday. Yeah, so take advantage. You're playing Toronto at a perfect time. They're not playing well. You're playing some good baseball. 6-3 road trip. You like some of the pitching matchups that you have. Just go take care of business. Take 2 out of 3. 480-864-1060, the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. You can also chat away with us, the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, I told producer Evan to put a pin in something. How about we get back to that on the other side? Is this a risk that Monty wants to take? That's next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
This is Michael with Restore My Civil Rights. I made a lot of poor decisions in my past that had lifelong consequences. After I was released from prison for the last time in 2014, I discovered the process to have my convictions dismissed and all of my rights restored, including my Second Amendment rights. Since achieving this for myself in 2018, our attorney has assisted over 3,000 others in doing the same. If you are still living under the consequences of past mistakes and would like to restore your rights as I have, visit RestoreMyCivilRights.com and book a free consultation today.
The Gorillas, live in Phoenix. The Mountain Tour 2026. Performing at Mortgage Matchup Center, Friday, October 23rd. With special guests, Little Sims and Deltron 3030. Get ready to feel good all over again. The new album, The Mountain, is out now. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family, because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Spring is here, and Little Dealer Little Prices is cleaning house during our Spring Cleaning RV Sale. We're sweeping the lot with deep discounts across every category. Motorhomes up to 50% off MSRP. Fifth wheels starting at $39,995. Travel trailers from just $11,995, and more. These RVs are being cleared out fast, and the best deals won't last. Don't miss your chance to save big before they're gone. Plus, current RV owners can take advantage of spring service specials, including a free 12-point inspection and a discounted $75 leak inspection. Shop or schedule service today at Little Dealer Little Prices. Terms and conditions may apply. See dealer for detail.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is out, and the NASCAR Cup Series is racing.
Returns to Kansas Speedway.
Trouble turn 2, Brad Keselowski, the second-place automobile, is in the fence.
Will Kyle Larson win his 3rd straight spring race in the Heartland?
If dominating a race was a crime, Kyle Larson would get the electric chair today.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Live this Sunday at 10 a.m. on KACG 1440 and the KDUS 1060 app.
Boy, time flies when you're having fun. We're wrapping up hour number 1 here of the lunch break on KDUS AM 1060. Producer Evan, do you want to reset us up here? Because this is something that you wanted to talk about after we had Brian's phone call a little bit earlier this hour. And it lines up with exactly the conversation that I want to have here. And it really is the one thing that's kind of making me pump the brakes a little bit on all of this noise about Ty Simpson. It's the one thing that, I'll be honest, I've been driving around a lot, and this is what I've been thinking about. This has been front of mind for me of, what are the Cardinals going to do about Ty Simpson? Where are they going to take him? Does it make sense? And I keep coming back to this. If they take him at number 3, or if they do the trade with the Cowboys and get 12 and 20, or if they do the trade with the Chiefs and they have 2 first-round picks, if they get 9 and I think it's 29, right? I think is what the Chiefs have. If they got those 2 picks, they did that. And they took Ty Simpson 12, 20, 9, any of those places. If they did that, that speeds up the clock on Monty, right? You're going to be judged on how Ty Simpson plays for the Arizona Cardinals. Like, this is your pick. I don't think you get another shot at this. It either works with Ty Simpson or you're gone because you couldn't make it work with Kyler. You hired the wrong head coach. You got a chance at another head coach. You got a chance to pick your guy at quarterback. And if it doesn't work with Ty Simpson, I don't think you're getting a third swing at this. And so I keep coming back to, is this the guy that Monti wants to risk it all for?
And that's really the age-old question. Because when I look at this situation for the Cardinals, it's hard not to see the one a few years ago when they take Rosen and then decide, no, Murray's our guy the next year. Because if it doesn't work out with Simpson, and by the way, it might. Ty Simpson, like I said, I think he does a lot of things well. I do think there's a lot of room for growth. It's the guy who only had 15 starts, right? That's obviously been a huge point of contention. But if it doesn't work with Ty Simpson, isn't this the speeding up for Monti Ossenfort? Isn't this the, oh my God, 8 games in, Ty Simpson looks terrible. He didn't get this right. We got to move on. And then you bring in a new general manager, and you don't think that new general manager isn't going to want to put his job on the line for his guy?
Well, not only that, but if you take Ty Simpson and not just take him at 34, you take him at 3, you take him at 9, you take him at 12, you take him at 20, you however you maneuver around the board. You take him in the first round. You trade up for him. You trade down from 3 and take him early. If it doesn't work, you're going to bring in a new head coach, right? So you're going to bring in a new GM. Well, that GM didn't hire the head coach. That GM didn't draft the quarterback. And so that new GM should probably get the opportunity to get their guy a head coach, to get their guy at quarterback. And so now you're just kicking the can down the road even further.
And you don't think they're going to want to draft their guy in the first year?
Of course they are. Because, by the way, if it doesn't work, and this is what I think Brian was missing in his phone call. He was like, why take Ty Simpson? Because if it doesn't work, there's a generational class behind him. Okay, if it doesn't work, you're gonna be picking pretty high.
I was gonna say, isn't it almost the direct opposite argument? If it doesn't work, now I'm at the top of the board in a generational class. If it does work, I have my quarterback.
And this is why we circle back to, it was a mistake to not just clean house entirely. From an organizational perspective, there's no risk in taking Ty Simpson.
No.
It either works, you look like geniuses. Nobody else wanted to take Ty Simpson. You're the only team that's been linked to him. You take him. Mike LaFleur figures it out with him. You're off to the races. You got your franchise quarterback. You look like geniuses as an organization. If it doesn't work out, and you're picking high in the first round, in this quote-unquote generational quarterback class. And by the way, it's not going to be 8 quarterbacks. Let me just tell you that right now. It's not going to be 8. By the time we get there, it'll be 3 or 4.
It's going to be Levitt. It's going to be...
not going to be Sam Love.
In the first round, yeah. Well,
it's going to be Arch.
It's going to be Arch, which is going to be, I mean, he's right, generational, because they have one generational prospect.
But 3 or 4 quarterbacks, right? Okay, 3 or 4 quarterbacks. If it doesn't work out with Ty Simpson, you're probably going to be in a spot to take one of those 3 or 4 quarterbacks. So organizationally, there's no risk. There's a ton of risk for Monti. If it works out, great. You look like a genius. You keep your job. You get to build around Ty Simpson. You get to craft this new roster in your image. Go right ahead. If it doesn't work out, you're probably out of a job. And so the question I keep coming back to, and by the way, it's a very similar question to the one we keep asking every day. Is this the guy that Monti wants to risk it all for? Also, you can phrase it as, how much do the Cardinals love Ty Simpson? That's it. That's the answer to all of this. If they love him, they're going to take him. If Monti loves him, then he's going to say, my job's on the line. I don't know if I get 2027. I love this kid. My coach loves this kid. We're taking him. I can't fault them for doing that. But this is where not aligning. I'll play the drop. I think it works here.
The alignment.
Your coach and your GM can kind of backfire on you. Their incentives are different. The organizational incentive and the GM's incentive are out of place. They are misaligned right now.
They're never going to be paired. You're going to look at Monti.
They get paired if they draft Ty and it works. then everything gets linked together because Monty's going to get more time. LaFleur's going to get more time. Ty's going to be here. And then those three are going to get year 2, year 3. And then they're going to be linked up to when if you do make a change, it's going to be everything goes. But right now in year 1, yeah, it's misaligned. If you want to get it,
the alignment,
then you got to pick him. He's got to work out. And then you are aligned and you can work on
But you don't think
building a team.
Looking at Monty for the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to look at the guy who brought in Gannon, who was always paired with Gannon. Is that only if it doesn't work?
If he drafts Ty Simpson and Ty Simpson is good/great, he's fine.
No, 100%.
He's fine.
You get the quarterback right
You get
as
all,
a coach,
you get all
as
the
a
time in the
GM.
world. You get all the
Doesn't
time in
matter.
the world.
I mean, look at Brandon Beane.
You get the quarterback right.
And let's be clear of what he's done. He has one right pick. One. You know who that one is?
Josh Allen. It's the only one that matters.
It does not matter outside of that.
Yeah, you know what the other picks? You know what people say in Buffalo about the other picks?
Who cares?
Now they would like a wide receiver.
Now they're getting to the point where they care because now they're wasting Josh Allen's generational talent.
But when you draft Josh Allen and it works out to that level and you're a perennial playoff Super Bowl contender every year, guess what? You get a little bit more wiggle room. Right now, Monty doesn't have any. And so he has to decide. And I'm not comparing the two. Is this my Josh Allen? Is this the guy that I want to go all in for? Is this the risk I want to take? Is this what I want to do? I just don't know. I don't know if this is the quarterback he wants to risk it all for. Because this would be risking it all. If it doesn't work out, I don't think he's here next
This
year.
is putting it all on the line.
I don't think they get Ty Simpson at 34. So I think it requires they move up, they take him at 3, they move down from 3 and take him in the middle of the first round. And with that comes a whole new set of expectations. You draft him in that spot, you are saying, this is our franchise quarterback. This is our guy. You don't get a mulligan from that.
No, not at all.
The organization might. The organization might be able to. And by the way, the difference between the Rosen-Kyler thing, they changed coaches that year.
Correct.
And they brought in Cliff because they knew they had an opportunity to take Kyler, and they felt perfect storm.
Yeah, so here's my thought. Things don't work out this year. Let's go call Sark. We'll draft Arch.
Oh, boy.
I had to make that joke.
Oh, boy. We went bust up. I mean, my goodness. You know what? I'll hit you with one of these. That's what I'll do.
Speaking of that, IRSL coming up.
That's
in hour
right.
number 2.
Hour number 1 of the program in the books. Hour number 2, right around the corner. More on the Cardinals. We'll get you ready for Suns Warriors, but it is buy or sell next. It's the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix. If you're hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, choose the attorneys at Sweet James. They help you navigate the legal process and pursue the compensation you may be entitled to. Pre-case review. Help available 24/7. Hablamos Español. 809-million. 809-million. SweetJames.com. This advertisement is paid for by Sweet James LLP. Responsible attorney, Bobby Tick-Heavy. Offices in California. No guarantee of results.
Foreigner, celebrating 50 years.
You're as cold as ice.
5 decades of hit songs.
It feels like the first time.
Come alive on one stage.
It's urgent.
Foreigner. Sunday, October 18th, Talking Stick Resort. Tickets on sale now at TalkingStickResort.com. All the hits on one stage. Foreigner, celebrating 50 years, live.
Today's letter is A. A is for affordability. A is for attainable, accessible, and adding a Toyota to your driveway. For afternoon errands, AM commutes, and adventures across the valley. For carpools and coffee runs, weekend plans, and all the miles ahead. Across the lineup, these are the A's that add up. Toyota, the A in affordability. Right now, get 4.99% for 72 months on a new 2026 Camry or Corolla. Or get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on Tundra. Or 3.99% for 60 months on Tacoma. See your Valley Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. 4.99% financing with $18.87 for 1,000 bar for 60 months. 2.99% financing with $15.19 for 1,000 bar for 72 months. 3.99% financing with $18.41 for 1,000 bar for 60 months. Zero down payment if you qualify. Offers exclude TRD Pro models and N5426. See dealer for details.
Winning once, that's a good season. But building a streak, that takes showing up. Every call, every claim, every day. AAA Auto Insurance is ranked number 1 for auto insurance customer satisfaction in the Southwest by J.D. Power. 2 years in a row. And we don't take this repeat for granted, because trust isn't a given, it's earned. Join the millions of satisfied drivers who choose AAA Auto Insurance. Get a quote at AAA.com/quote. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit JDPower.com/awards.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Hour number 2, the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you 1 hour till the weekend. Got any big plans this weekend, producer Evan?
Oh yeah, I'm doing a cooking class on Saturday morning.
Oh really?
Yes.
Just you?
No, I'm going with my girlfriend.
Okay, so it's a little morning date.
Yes, thank you to my mom. Wow. It was a Christmas gift from her.
Okay, it's April.
Well, she got us like a free class, and then we picked one we were interested in.
Oh, I was going to say you're kind of slacking a little bit, but you were on the same page.
Yes.
Okay.
On the same page, so we're making empanadas.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
And then the Flyers, I don't know if you heard, but they're in the playoffs the first time in 6 years. So Saturday night, I'm flyered up.
I've got Suns tonight. I'll have Suns Diamondbacks on in the living room. We did a Marvel watch yesterday.
Iron Man 3, right?
Iron Man 3. So we're up to Thor: The Dark World's our next movie. So I got Suns Diamondbacks tonight.
It's not a great one.
I'll be dual screen for that. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, nice.
So 2-night WrestleMania. This is what me and my daughter bond over. So anytime there's a wrestling show that we watch, there's a rule in the house. We go and get food.
Awesome.
So wherever she wants to go and get food, we'll go out, we'll get the food, we'll bring it back, and then it'll just be her and I. My wife sometimes will just check in on us, but it'll just be her and I sitting there watching wrestling for 2 days. And yeah.
How does it work? It's like a 2-day event. So a couple hours Saturday, a couple hours Sunday?
I wish. It'll probably be from start to finish. We will probably be watching 5 hours on Saturday.
Okay.
And 5 hours on Sunday.
Okay.
It'll probably be in total 10 hours. And then that's where my wife kind of gives me a look like, the house is a mess. Maybe you help out a little bit. But it's wrestling. So what am I supposed to do? It's WrestleMania weekend.
It's WrestleMania weekend.
What do you want me to do? So I'll probably.
Is there a big match?
Oh, there's huge.
Okay,
huge.
what are the big ones?
So we got Brock Lesnar, Obafemi is one that everyone's really excited about.
That's good.
You've got Randy Orton against Cody Rhodes for the title. Now,
nice. I like Cody Rhodes.
Now, the interesting thing about this is Pat McAfee is with Randy Orton. He's like,
yes, and one thing I do know,
people are not happy.
Yes, and I saw Cody was mad that Pat McAfee held up the belt.
He stole the belt.
Yeah.
So Cody went to Pat McAfee's studio in Indy, broke in, stole the title back.
That's good stuff.
So yeah, so it should be a good time.
Does Sheamus still wrestle?
Sort of. He's currently out right now with an injury, but yes.
I'm a Sheamus guy.
Yeah, Sheamus.
I met Sheamus. We went to Notre Dame to see them play Louisville. And we were walking into the stadium and we're like, Sheamus? He was next to us. We didn't get a picture with him, which was
feels like
regrettable, but yeah, we met Sheamus.
Feels like
good guy.
Oh, yes, he's a very good guy. What do we got in buy or sell today?
What don't we have in buy or sell? Everybody knows the Friday edition before the Suns play. The D-backs take on the former American League champions.
Nothing like the Friday buy or sell. Suns season on the line. Jacoby Brissett wants to be paid like a starter. WrestleMania weekend. I mean, there's not a buy or sell like it.
No, not at all.
Can't find it anywhere else.
Jacoby Brissett
oh, man.
will get the contract extension he wants.
What does he want? Like the phrase wants to be paid like a starter. What does that mean?
Okay, let's do it.
But you got to give me more specifics here before I'm willing to hit a button.
Quarterback contracts.
Because if he wants to be paid like,
let's go to Spotrac. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you got to tell me here.
Can he get paid like Daniel Jones making too much? What about can he get paid like a first round rookie? You know, the Cam Wards of the year who's on a $48 million contract. Getting 11 a year.
Sure, if he wants that, he can get that, but he doesn't want that.
What about Tua? Could he get paid like Tua?
What is Tua getting?
$212 million.
No, not giving Jacoby Brissett $212 million.
All right, you know what it is. What about Kirko?
What did he get?
172.
For how many years?
5.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, what about Sam Darnold?
No.
3 years, 100.
It's Jacoby Brissett. Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl.
What about Baker?
What did Baker get?
3 years, 100.
No, I'm not.
See what I did there?
I'm not paying Jacoby Brissett $30 million.
What about Daniel Jones? 2 years, 88.
No, I'm not paying Jacoby Brissett $40 million.
What about Malik Willis? 3 years, 67.
No.
Okay. So that would put him in the Cam Ward.
What did Jacoby get on his last contract? He signed a 2-year deal with the Cardinals. What did he get on his last deal?
Let's look. Let's see where he's paid in the grand scheme. Phillip Rivers, by the way, 1 year, 1.2.
We can do that.
Where is he?
Just tell me what Jacoby made on his last contract, and I'll tell you what I think a fair deal is for him.
2 years, 12 and a half.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Jacoby Brissett, right now, I'll give you a 2-year, $30 million contract extension. Right.
I think that's good. I think that would put him right under 9.
I'm 2 years, $30 million in total.
He can make what 9 makes. I'll give him
$15 million a season. I'm good. That's probably the max. And even then, are you going to do that if you're taking Ty Simpson next Thursday? I mean, I guess since you're not paying a quarterback a ton, $15 million for Jacoby to be your backup isn't the worst thing in the world. But
it's nothing.
But again, what does
paid like a starter mean?
There you go. I don't know the answer to that question.
So you're going to sell?
Yes, I'm going to sell.
They don't want to pay him like a starter. The D-backs will.
But again, what does that mean? Okay, Patrick Mahomes is a starter. Is he going to get paid like that? Let me. No, he's not. So what does it mean to be paid like a starter?
I think he wants the money that
2 years, $30 million.
I think he wants to be in the Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield range. That Daniel Jones, right? Like Daniel and Stafford on 2 years, $84 million. I think he wants a 3-year, $80 million contract. I'm not saying I would give it to him. I'm just saying that's what I think he wants. The D-backs. All right, D-backs going to lose 2 of 3 to the Blue Jays, according. The D-backs will take 2 of 3 from the Blue Jays.
How could you not pick them to win this series? They're playing good baseball. Toronto's not. They're coming off of a great road trip where they went 6-3. They're back home. They had a day off yesterday. You like some of the pitching matchups. Gallen's going in this series. Soroka's been mostly good outside of that one bad inning. Ryan Nelson's been good in his last 2 starts. Yeah.
Tonight will go down as one of the biggest legacy games in Devin Booker's history.
Yeah, this will be the game. Because I didn't get a chance to say this in the open. If they lose tonight, and he is a reason why they lose, because he doesn't play well in the fourth quarter, it's over. He's not going to win people back. Anybody who's out on him, and I think most people that are out on him are going to stay out, but if there's anybody that's a fence sitter that doesn't really know how they feel, tonight's going to push them into the camp of, I'm good, and I don't think there's any winning them back.
I think that's fair.
And that's why I think this is a really important game for his legacy tonight. If he loses this one, if they lose this one, and he's a major part because he's absent in the fourth quarter, I don't know how he gets up from it.
I don't either. I think that's very fair to say. I think it's very true. The Cardinals will still draft a first-round quarterback if it doesn't work with Ty Simpson.
So you're saying next year?
Correct.
2027?
Yes.
Doesn't work with Ty Simpson, they take a quarterback? Probably, because if it doesn't work, that tells me a couple of things, right? It tells me that they probably didn't win a lot of games or Simpson didn't look good. And so they're going to be interested in another quarterback. And that means record-wise, they're probably in a position to take another quarterback. And we know this is one of those classes, or at least it looks like on paper right now, like it's one of those classes that is going to have multiple first-round quarterbacks. And so you don't need to be necessarily 1-2. If you're close enough, you might be able to make a move.
It's one of those classes where you can easily move up the board.
Like, would it surprise you, just for example, the Raiders with Mendoza? Mendoza looks good, but they lose a lot of games because they're just not there yet. And so they're picking inside the top 5. And they're good with Mendoza. Well, you can trade with them if you want to get into the top 5, top 4 to get a quarterback.
Yeah. I think that's very fair.
So there are going to be teams like Tennessee, if they're back in the top 5 again next year, I don't think they're going to move on from Cam Ward.
No, I don't either.
So
I don't know. It depends how bad it looks.
You don't think Saleh and Dable are going to go at least 2 years with Cam before making a decision?
No, because they didn't draft him.
Yeah, but Dable picked that job.
Fair.
Saleh picked that job.
Fair.
Saleh could have had any job in this cycle that he wanted.
And he picked that one.
And he picked that one. Was supposed to come here for an interview. Could have had this job if he wanted it. Probably could have had Baltimore if he wanted
it. Did he want this one?
He picked Tennessee. I think that's for a reason. I think it's because they believe in Cam Ward, and so they'll give it more than just 1 year.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong. You're right, though, that they don't have any attachment to him. And so if they want to move on, they can pretty easily. But I just don't know if they will.
Torey Lovello will be extended in the next few weeks.
Oh, boy, if they continue playing the way they're playing.
If they're above 500 by the 40-game mark, he'll be extended.
I know this bothers a lot of people, but look at the team right now. Look at who's healthy and look at who's not healthy. They're 3 games above 500. They're playing better than any of us thought they were going to be able to play to start the season. That's not going to get rewarded with a contract extension? Maybe just a 1-year extension?
You don't think they'll wait until the All-Star game? What day?
It was after like the first month.
It was in May, right?
It was really early on in the 23 season where they extended him. And the original extension was just another year. And then after the World Series, they added 2 more years onto it to line up with this. I think Hazen's deal's also up, if I remember correctly, because I remember hearing something about that the 2 contracts are tied to each other. They're like linked time-wise, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Interesting.
I don't know that. Don't take that to the bank. Just don't take that to the bank.
I'm not going to take it to the bank.
But if they continue to play this way, and this is going to bother people, but he absolutely. How about this? You want me to really get people riled up here on a Friday?
Correct.
He deserves the extension.
Yeah, we'll see.
How about that?
When it comes down to the last game, is Ketel Marte sitting out?
Let's be fair to Ketel. He's been playing a lot to start the year. I mean,
I can't make a joke now. Now we're not a fun show. Number 3rd.
No, we're a very fun show, especially on a Friday.
I'm a huge Moon guy.
I think those are both Friday show drops. I think
they are.
But yeah, no,
we are going to have some of those tough conversations.
Not on a Friday. We're not. No, we have fun on a Friday.
We do.
Lots of fun. Is that it? Is that all you got?
No.
Okay.
Mason Miller has a shot to win the National League Cy Young Award.
Guys, I don't know how much San Diego Padres baseball you're watching.
I know what you're thinking, everybody. Who cares? You should care.
You should care because this may be the only reason the Diamondbacks don't hop the Padres in the standing. This dude is...
They're never going to lose a game they lead in the 8th and 9th inning.
It's a 24-out game when Mason Miller's available. And in the postseason, it's probably a 21-out game because he can probably give you 6 outs. Remember, there was talks. There were talks. They didn't go anywhere. But there were talks in the offseason.
Of him here.
About him being a starter. They thought about lengthening him out in spring. Ultimately, by the time spring training rolled around, they decided not to do it. But there were talks about making him a starter, dialing it back on the velocity so he's not throwing 104. He's throwing, 98, 99. But trying to go do
that's no fun.
But they didn't do it. But I'll tell you what, it's got to be front of mind if they make the postseason.
Use him as a starter? No way.
No. He can give me 6 outs.
Oh, 100%.
Every time he goes out there,
100%. He's going to have, 5-6 out save opportunities in the playoffs.
He's going to be Cleveland Guardians. I think they were still the Indians at the time. Andrew Miller.
Yes.
Who just came in every game, got like 5-6 outs every single time out, and was elite.
In that World Series run?
Yeah.
He was unbelievable.
That's going to be Mason Miller if San Diego
Andrew Miller, what a funky delivering lefty that really gave people fits.
At his peak, he was one of the better postseason relievers.
Oh, yeah. At his peak, he was one of the better relievers, period.
Yeah, he was great, and Mason Miller is great, and yes, I will buy the take.
Who was the reliever in Cleveland? A few years back.
Emmanuel Clase?
No. They had another guy, an 8th inning guy. He had a real 90s look to him.
Oh, he wore the turtleneck.
Yes.
Oh. And it was the short sleeve turtleneck.
Karinchak.
Yes.
James Karinchak. Yes.
Yeah, he was good for them too.
Yeah, he was. What happened to him?
I don't know.
Let's look him up. What do you think happened to him?
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy, ultimate 90s look to baseball. This guy was the best.
He was good.
Yeah, he posted don't worry, I'll give this to you. As far as ERA plus, in 2019, a 296.
That's good. 100 is average. 125 is
235 in 2021.
He's pretty good.
Where he posted a 4.07 ERA, but posted a 2.35 ERA plus. A little confused by that.
Probably got some bad luck that went his way. Would be my guess on some of those game walks.
Especially as a reliever, that can happen.
Yeah, definitely that can happen. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Another edition of Buy or Sell in the books. When we come back, they picked up his 5th-year option. Will an extension be right behind it? That's next. The lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State head basketball coach.
I've had more than a couple job offers in the NBA and looked at one last year with Phoenix, and my former player, Matt Ispia. And that was hard. That was a hard thing to turn down because, number one, I kind of wanted to go with him.
Wait, so they offered you the head coaching job?
Well, we talked seriously about it. Let's say that.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America. fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This ain't pop. This ain't pretty. This is Southern hospitality. The Black Crows, Whiskey Myers, blues-soaked guitars, outlaw swagger. Rock and roll the way it was meant to be. Loud, raw, and real. The Southern Hospitality Tour. The Black Crows. Whiskey Myers. Saturday, August 15th. Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
Come see us at Mark Mazda Scottsdale. Check out the all-new redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5. Or you can receive 2.9% APR for 72 full months on some of Mazda's most popular models, like the 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
Don't know what to do with your trade? We'll give you $8,000 minimum for any trade, no matter what shape it's in, as long as it runs based on the actual MSRP. And if $8,000 is the minimum, think what your good trading might be worth.
The name to remember? Mark Mazda. Mark Mazda. On approved credit plus 998.fee.
Meineke's highly skilled and certified technicians always treat your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care using the best state-of-the-art equipment. You can always depend on Meineke to do the job right and get you back on the road in no time. Save time and schedule an appointment now. Visit Meineke.com today. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Is above the noise. The Boston Celtics have spent the better part of this era answering critics, not with words, but results. And they're still doubters. For years, it was whether the pairing of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown could win a title. That conversation ended with a title. Then came the next wave. Tatum's absence to start the season had many writing off Boston again. Could Brown be a franchise star capable of carrying the load? Those doubts also aged like milk. When the Celtics needed him most, Brown showed up and elevated his play. 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, all NBA caliber numbers. And even with Tatum back, it's been Brown who has carried the weight as we progress into the postseason. It probably won't end with MVP boots. It probably won't end with a lot of MVP votes, and maybe it doesn't have to. At some point, the conversation has to catch up with the truth. Doubting the Boston Celtics is starting to look like a big, big mistake this year. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. These days, everybody's searching for ways to save on insurance, scrolling comparison sites, digging through tips, chasing deals. But Liberty Mutual makes it simple. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance to save you money. And when you bundle, those savings really start to come through. It's insurance built for real people with a team that helps you keep what matters most, money. No hassle, just confidence that your coverage is customized with savings in mind. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. A personal question. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It's a whole lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever toilet paper leaves behind. You can make the trade of the season, switch from toilet paper, and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan. The weekend right around the corner there, producer Evan.
35 minutes from it.
Less than that. 34 minutes.
34 minutes.
So there are going to be people that don't understand that you and I both have clocks in our studios that go down to the second just to make sure that we hit certain things on time. And as as hardcore listeners of this show would know, we're terrible at that. Awful at it. But we have it in here so that we can stay.
We do have them. I feel like they're going to start adding more to our studio because we're so bad. But yeah, we do have them. And for both of us, I got to tell everybody, a little behind the scenes, nowhere in my view. If I'm looking at you,
sure,
or looking at the stream,
sure,
I got to then turn around to see the clock.
Yeah, mine is, it's kind of in where I'm looking, but not always. Now, again, the only time it matters is really towards the end of the hour.
Yes.
When the music plays, because that music.
Or yesterday.
Yeah, that yesterday. And by the way, I think we did a great job. I mean, I think we did a great job. We handed it off to Tim. I think you started right on time yesterday.
We did. We handed it right off to Tim right on time. And, yeah, I mean, it was a long one for ASU baseball.
It was a tough game yesterday.
It was tough.
Snow was falling. They didn't get the pitching. They got run ruled.
It was tough.
They're back at it again today, though. The second game of that 3-game series against BYU. 4:45 today. That'll be over on KZG 1440 is where you can listen to that. So pregame at 4:45, first pitch at 5 as they will play today. And then tomorrow morning is when it'll start for ASU baseball to close up the series with BYU. Yesterday we learned it became official. The Cardinals picked up the 5th-year option for Paris Johnson Jr. And we have been talking about it a little bit here in the offseason of, hey, why is it taking the Cardinals so long to do this? It feels like a no-brainer. Well, we got there. We said it was going to happen. We weren't that overly concerned about it, but here we are. Well, now we enter into what is the more, I think, important part of the conversation. Will there be an extension? And what does that extension look like for Paris Johnson? Now, if you're just talking about the guy that's on the field for the Arizona Cardinals, it's a no-brainer to sign him to an extension. He's a great left tackle. It's hard to find great left tackles. Left tackle, one of the 5 pillar positions that you get, and if they're great, you sign them, you keep them for as long as you can. Quarterback, left tackle, wide receiver, edge, corner. Those are the 5 pillars that you need to build a franchise around. If you are lacking in one of those areas, you're probably lacking as a franchise. The Cardinals have their left tackle. They've got him. They should do everything in their power to hold on to him, but it's not that easy. Because Paris Johnson does come with a flaw. And that flaw has shown up each of the last 2 seasons. And that is, they say it's the best ability, and that is availability. He has not been somebody that's been able to post every single week. He's not a guy that's been able to be out there every time the team has needed him. And so how do you properly put that into your evaluation or valuation of a contract extension? Because Paris Johnson will tell you, statistically, I'm one of the best left tackles in the game. I want to be paid like it. I want to be paid towards the top end of the scale. And the Cardinals might say back to Paris Johnson Jr., while we agree with you, Paris, you're not on the field every single time. A game here, a game there, that's fine. But the last 2 years, it's been a significant amount of time. And so how do you put that into the contract? How do you say, I need to protect against this? I need to hedge against paying you top market left tackle money for somebody that might not be able to be a top market left tackle and be out there every single week for me. That's where this becomes a very interesting conversation. And I wonder, there's a risk associated to this, and we've been talking a lot today about risk for the Arizona Cardinals. There's a risk here, but they could roll the dice and not give him an extension right now, and they can see how this year goes, and then choose to give him the contract extension if he can show better health this year. Or they can try to get in front of it, get a little bit of a discount because of the injuries, and lock him up for 4 or 5 years. Now, Will Anderson got a big contract today. 3 years was $143 million.
Yeah, highest non-paid quarterback in football now.
So these extensions are starting to come out, and Will Anderson drafted the same class as Paris Johnson. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do. You have a left tackle of that caliber, I would want to sign him. But if he's looking for resetting the market type money, I would it would be tough for me. Gotta be on the field.
I can't reset the market with somebody that hasn't been consistently there.
If you're Houston, let's use Houston as an example. I'm okay resetting the market for Will Anderson Jr.
He's the reason I've been in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Right.
I can't.
I'll reset the market. I don't know if I would reset the market right now for Paris Johnson Jr. Now, if he goes out there and plays in 16, 17 games next year, he looks great, he's relatively healthy, maybe misses a game once over the course of the season, and he, again, has a relatively clean bill of health, and then he wants to going market rate next offseason, you know what? I'll pay it. And it'll be probably a little bit higher, and I'll be punished for that, but you know what? I'll do it. But right now, I don't know if I would. If he's willing to kind of meet me in the middle, then I think I get the deal done because I'm probably going to get a little bit of an advantage and a little bit more value. Because if he's able to turn his health around, then I'm probably getting a little bit of a bargain. Not much, but I'm getting a little bit of
100%. 100%. Because when on the field, he's great. That's not the question.
The question is, can he be on the field?
Correct.
And can you look it up and tell me how many games he's missed over the last 2 seasons? I mean, there was one year he played in 12 games, and I think another year where he played in 13 games. I mean, it's significant amounts of time in a 17-game sample. Anything over 4 games to me, all of a sudden becomes you're a significant absence to my team.
So last year he missed 5 games. The year before that he missed 3. In total, he's missed 8 games in the last 2 years.
So average it out, that's 4 a year. Basically, a fourth of my season.
Correct.
I don't have my starting left tackle.
He's missed a fourth of the games.
I'm sorry. That has to go into my valuation.
Certainly.
Has to. The last 2 seasons, on average, you've missed a fourth of the year. So yes, the other 3 quarters of the season, you're great, you're out there. But that quarter that you're not, that hurts me. That impacts our ability to win. And so that's what makes this a little bit difficult to put together. Now, if you can get it on a decent bargain, I think they'll do it. But if not, they may be better off waiting to see how his health is this year, knowing that if he has a good year and he stays relatively healthy, the price did go up. The price goes up.
But you take that risk.
480-864-1060, the phone number for you to join us here today on the program when we come back. Outside of Devin Booker, who else needs to step up tonight for the Phoenix Suns? That's next, the lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Bierstein.
Of the 15 batters he's faced this season, Mason Miller, the closer for the Padres, 11 have struck out. That includes 9 consecutive strikeouts, all swinging. Also, when he pitched for the USA, he didn't allow any runs there. Now, I don't know if the Diamondbacks could have went out and got Mason Miller, but we know they've needed bullpen help for a while. And Padres, a team in their division, went out and obviously got the best pitcher pitching in baseball right now.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority bookings by calling our heroes over at Zero Res. Hey, it's Audrey. I have personal experience with Zero Res. They came in and completely made my home smell way more fresh than it did. And it's not because I smell funky. It's because, I've got pets, and I had family over during the holidays, so we'll blame it on them. And they came and completely helped change my winter blues into springtime cleans. Zero Res removes all of that winter buildup and lingering odors, giving your home a fresh, spring-ready feel, preparing your home for the brighter days ahead. And don't forget about your air ducts, because they are the lungs of your home. And if they're dirty, your indoor air quality is going to suffer. This month, get 3 rooms, Zero Resified from Phoenix's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $129. And whenever you mention KDUS, receive a free hallway cleaning and take $75 off your air duct cleanings. Call Zero Res right now at 480-507-2419 or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special.
The Avett Brothers and Mike Patton present Avett Patton Performing Live at Arizona Financial Theater, May 12th. Avett Patton. On sale now at livenation.com.
Low T,
Start for free. For a limited time, get prescription testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Hey, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Prescription testosterone gives you more energy, stamina, and it'll help you lose weight. Gain more muscle with less effort in the gym. Lose that dad bod for good. You'll also think better, sleep better, and your love life will be better too. Look, don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. So skip the gimmicks and get prescription strength testosterone now at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Get back to enjoying life with the T levels you had in your 20s. It's a game changer. So don't wait. If you've got low T, get started for free. Meet with a board-certified medical provider online with no waiting from the convenience of your home or office. Book today and feel like yourself again, only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain. Red Mountain Weight Loss, real testosterone, real doctors, real results.
Summer is calling, and Playcation is back at Talking Stick Resort with rates from just $129 and no resort fees for locals. Book now for stays May 15th through September 13th for one unforgettable staycation. Enjoy $25 in free play, $25 towards your favorite spa treatment, and more. Make Talking Stick Resort your summer destination. Book your stay today at TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
ASU baseball this Friday night on KAZG 1440. Join the Sun Devils as they fight for a win to start their weekend during Game 2 against BYU. Head coach Lee Bloomquist is more than ready to prove his team's talents on the field. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. It's ASU versus BYU this Friday. Pregame at 4:45 p.m. and first pitch at 5 p.m. over on KAZG 1440.
It is a must-win game tonight. The Phoenix Suns season on the line. 45 wins, an excellent regular season, exceeding all of our expectations. Yet it feels like it all hangs in the balance tonight. How we feel about this team really depends on the outcome of tonight's game. And we open the show today telling you why this is a Devin Booker legacy game, because this feels like last chance saloon for him. If he does not pull through for this team, if he is the reason why they are eliminated tonight, it's over. I just don't see a world where he is able to win back a lot of people, and he probably loses me tonight. Probably. I want to see what it looks like, but he probably loses me tonight. That being said, I don't think all of the attention should go on Devin Booker, because I think there is somebody else that needs to step up tonight for the Phoenix Suns. Somebody else who's under a decent amount of pressure tonight for the Phoenix Suns. You want to try to take a guess at this, producer Evan? The other person I think that is under a lot of pressure tonight for the Phoenix Suns that needs to step up alongside Devin Booker to help the Suns win this game tonight, beat the Warriors, and be the 8th seed in the Western Conference playoffs.
Is it Dylan Brooks?
It is not Dylan Brooks.
Is it Mark Williams?
Mark Williams. Not Mark Williams.
Okay, it's Jalen Green.
It's not Jalen Green.
It's Jordan. All right, that's such a technicality. I was guessing players.
I'm going to read the tease again. Outside of Devin Booker, who else needs to step up? I then just said one other person needs to step up. I didn't say another player. I didn't say a teammate. But Jordan, there is pressure on him tonight. There is pressure on the coach, because he's been playing this small ball lineup down the stretch here. It has not worked. It has been a mess. They got outplayed late in that game against Portland, and he didn't have the answers. Didn't make the necessary adjustments, and there have been a lot of questions about Jordan here as a coach down the stretch. Now, in general, I still think he's a good coach. I think he's going to learn from this, good or bad. Whether they win tonight or lose tonight, he's going to learn from this whole experience. He's going to learn from his first year as a head coach. I would still say your family it works in the financial sector space. Bullish is good, right?
Yes.
Bearish, bad?
I believe so. Yes.
I'm bullish on Jordan long term. I'm still bullish. But there is still room to grow, and we can start to – and this is a huge coaching matchup tonight. I mean, he's going up against Steve Kerr. I mean, if you're able to hang with Steve Kerr, if you're able to keep the Suns in the game, make the matchup adjustments, make the in-game adjustments, send the right message, and you're able to hang in there. And by the way, this is a team you should beat. You're 3.5-point favorites. I'm a little surprised by that. I'm a little surprised. 3.5-point favorites. This
Interesting.
Is a team that's,
you were surprised. You're surprised the Suns are favorites.
I said earlier in the week I wouldn't be surprised if they were underdogs because of the way they played
When
on
I talked
Tuesday.
to John Voight, he said the other way. He said it surprises only 3.5.
Okay, interesting. But look at it from this perspective. You feel good about Golden State coming into this game. You feel good about Steph Curry coming into this game. You feel good about Draymond Green coming into this game. Do you feel good about anything about the Suns coming into this game?
Not really, no.
Okay, so that's why I'm surprised that it's 3.5.
I don't disagree with you.
Pressure on Booker, but pressure on Jordan not. You coach the game of your life tonight. You make necessary adjustments that we actually see, and it leads to a win tonight against Golden State. You're going to get a lot of flowers later tonight, over the weekend, but from us on Monday. You'll get some flowers if you're able to coach the game of your life tonight against Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors. Now, again, the Golden State Warriors 8 games below 500. Every reason why you should beat this team tonight. We said the same thing about Portland, and Portland was a much better team. Anybody else you want to say that there's pressure on tonight?
Dillon Brooks.
You want to put pressure on Dillon Brooks. Is it because of what he said?
Yeah.
Is it because he said that he was hoping to play?
Yeah, he opened his mouth. 1. 2. Dillon Brooks, Draymond Green in a win or go home game.
For everybody else outside of Golden State and Phoenix, they probably view this tonight as cinema between those two.
Yes.
For everybody involved in it, either on the Golden State side or us on the Phoenix side, petrified by this matchup. Petrified by these two jawing at each other for 4 quarters.
It's exactly what it's going to be.
Just got to control the emotions.
Do not get a technical.
I don't. I would set the over-under on technical fouls between the two of them at 1.5.
Yes. They're both going to get teed up in this game. Do not let Draymond Green mentally take you completely out of the game.
How about this?
There's a good chance that happens tonight.
If I'm Brooks, if I'm going to get one, get it early.
Yep.
Get it early and get it out of the way. Don't do it in the second half if the game's close. If you're going to do it early.
100%.
Do it when the crowd still may be in the game. You can keep them in it. But third quarter, you're up 8 or down 8. I don't need you picking up a technical foul.
No. Do not do that. Do not be stupid.
So you're Ed and Brooks.
Ed Brooks.
Jalen Green?
Not really, because he played so well and played well enough.
But you don't think if they lose tonight that he's one of the guys that could get moved in the summertime? So there may be
they
pressure.
could win tonight, and he could be one of the guys that gets moved in the summertime.
He could.
So I don't know how much pressure is. I don't think their result tonight changes Jalen Green's outcome as a Phoenix Sun next year. But I think for Dillon Brooks, it might.
Well, I think if they win tonight, and he is a decent part of the reason why.
They'll stay.
No. I just think now there's more opportunity for him in the postseason against Oklahoma City to show off what he can do. And if he stacks some good performances together, then it becomes harder and harder to move on from him. If they lose tonight.
It's so interesting. I looked at it the other way.
It's easy to move on from him because he didn't play a ton.
I think if he's really good, and you'll sell high.
Sure, that's another way to look at it, for sure. You can look at it that way.
I think if you could get him to play well tonight, you can then come to the table and say he played well in both play-in games. And if he has a nice series against Oklahoma City, barring you getting, completely swept, which very good chance that happens. But Jalen Green is good in those games. Then you could go to the table and say, hey, to end the year here, we couldn't get Jalen, really out of the starting gates because of injuries. We never really got the team fully together. But when we did, he looked really good. And you could sell that to somebody else.
We'll see. 7 o'clock tonight, Prime Video, Suns Warriors.
Go Suns.
Win or go home.
Knock on wood, everybody.
Now, we didn't do weekend.
I want you to make a pick.
So we didn't do weekend winners. So we should do that. in the next segment. Should be a combo weekend winners leftovers segment when we come back. Because we have a NASCAR race this weekend as well.
We do.
So we got to pick some winners there. So we'll do that. Leftovers. We'll wrap up today's edition of the Lunch Break all here on the other side. KDUS AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Leverage your skills and continue pursuing your passions in retirement. By joining AmeriCorps, you can become one of our most valuable partners in Arizona. You'll have the chance to use your experience to support the next generation and contribute to causes that matter most to you. Make giving back your second act. Explore volunteer opportunities and benefits at serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Bob Dylan in person. One night only. June 23rd, Arizona Financial Theater. Bob Dylan. Plus Lucinda Williams and her band. And the John Doe Folk Trio. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Bob Dylan Live, plus Lucinda Williams and her band, and the John Doe Folk Trio. Show starts promptly at 7 p.m.
Every business has a purpose to inspire, a purpose to innovate, a purpose to serve. At SRP, our purpose is to power yours. From rebates for energy-efficient upgrades to money-saving programs, we help businesses of all sizes find reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy solutions. Discover the possibilities at savewithsrpbiz.com.
For nearly 25 years, Primavera has helped thousands of Arizona students succeed with an accredited world-class education, tuition-free and from home. Don't wait. Enroll today at chooseprimavera.com. That's chooseprimavera.com.
When your auto insurance shows up, every call, every claim, every day, that's a win. J.D. Power has ranked AAA #1 for auto insurance customer satisfaction in the Southwest 2 years running. Get a quote at AAA.com/quote. Visit JDPower.com for details.
The NASCAR Cup Series. Green flag is out, and the NASCAR Cup Series is racing. Returns to Kansas Speedway.
Turn 2, Brad Keselowski, the second place automobile in the fence.
Will Kyle Larson win his third straight spring race in the Heartland?
If dominating a race was a crime, Kyle Larson would get the electric chair today.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Live this Sunday at 10 a.m. on KACG 1440 and the KDUS 1060 app.
All right, a lot to do, producer Evan. Little time to do it. We'll start with the weekend winners. Let me give you the music so we can make our picks for the weekend winners. This was bad for us last week. Very bad. We did not do well. We're going to start with NASCAR, although this is where I did well. So, by the way, give me Kyle Larson this week in the...
Trying to win his third race.
That's right. Give me Kyle Larson.
Wow. That
Does that really mess you up over there?
No, it does not.
Do you want some stats? What do you need from me?
Yeah, give me some stats.
Kyle Larson right now has led the most laps without a win.
Okay. And this is the Advent Health 400?
That's right. That's correct. Guys who don't have a win yet this season: Kyle Larson, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Preece.
All right, I'm going to take...
A lot of guys without a win.
I like Ty Gibbs again.
All right, Ty Gibbs. I'll write it down for you. I got one more weekend winner.
Okay.
Zach Gallen, going to be a big weekend winner.
Ooh, Zach Gallen's going to get shelled.
How about this? You ready? This is how confident I am in it. 7 scoreless from Zach Gallen over the weekend.
Wow. Wow.
It's going to be a big,
no chance.
Big start over the week. You know what? Let me help you out here. Big start over the weekend for Zach Allen.
Yeah, let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. He'll get through 5 scoreless, top of the 6. Bang, bang, bang. That's typically what happens. He'll give up a 3-run homer in the top of the 5th, won't get out of the 5th, or won't get out of the 6th. So his final line will be 5 1/3, 3 runs, 5 even, 3 runs. That sounds right.
Those are my weekend winners. Oh, Roman Reigns, big weekend winner. I'll throw a wrestler in there as well since it's WrestleMania week.
No, I like that. Okay, my weekend winners: Cody Rhodes, huge weekend.
I got bad news for you. That's gonna be a massive.
Why? You don't think he's gonna win?
No shot.
Why not?
No shot.
I'm going with the upset.
Okay. I mean, he is the champion, so I don't know if I would consider it an upset, but he's not winning.
Why? I think he stole his belt back though.
Randy is gonna win, but that's okay.
No chance.
All right, so Cody Rhodes.
I can't believe Randy Orton is he getting near retirement?
Yeah, I would say within the next couple of years, Randy probably hangs it up. This would be Randy's 15th world championship, which would have him alone 3rd place all time.
Wow.
If he wins on Sunday.
Wow.
Or Saturday. I forget which day that match is.
Okay, weekend winners for me.
You got Ty Gibbs.
I got Ty Gibbs.
You've got Cody Rhodes.
I got Cody Rhodes. I have the Orlando Magic.
The Orlando Magic.
Yes. Who play tonight against the Hornets?
My father-in-law is entering a pick for NASCAR.
Okay.
He's going Ryan Blaney. And he also says the Suns are big winners. Now, I'm a little nervous about doing this.
I can't. I
can't. You and I can't. Because we jinxed
in
everybody.
the SoFi play-in?
We jinxed everybody that we took. I just love this music. When I found it and I thought of this segment, I thought this is perfect.
This music is ridiculous.
Which is exactly what the segment requires. It requires ridiculous award show type music. And that's what we got.
Oh, I'm getting a spam call.
Oh, is it like by the way, speaking of spam calls.
Is you ever going to call back?
They never called me back, no. So either they decided this guy's not answering, we're not going to call him back, or they realized the mistake.
All right, I got a weekend winner for you.
Okay.
The New York Metropolitans.
Well, it looks like they're about to lose their 9th in a row.
Yes, but we're not making the double digits. On Saturday, the Mets are sending Freddie Peralta to the mound, and they're going to set the Cubs down.
Okay.
And avoid 10 in a row.
All right.
I think that's a great list of weekend winners. I have the Orlando Magic, the Metropolitans, the Cody Rhodes, and Ty Gibbs.
Michael says Joey. Now, usually John gives us NASCAR picks. Is Michael asking for Joey Logano? I think he is. Put him on the list. Michael's got Joey.
He's got an official pick. Welcome, Michael.
He's got Joey Logano. All right, so that's weekend winners. Now we got to get to the leftovers.
The leftovers. So I was just going to give you everything we got going on this weekend.
Well, we have a lot. I can tell you what I got going on.
What do you have going on?
Well, at least for the station. We got ASU baseball this afternoon, 4:45 pre, 5 o'clock first pitch. That's over on KZG 1440. We've got tomorrow, 11:45 pregame, 12 o'clock first pitch, ASU at BYU, KDUS AM 1060. Then on Sunday, we got a double dose for you. We got NASCAR, 10 o'clock, KZG 1440. And then we've got IndyCar starting at 2 o'clock right here, KDUS AM 1060. All of that available on the free KDUS AM 1060 app.
All right. We'll start with the NBA playoffs that start this weekend. So you got the 2 play-in games tonight. Tonight, Suns Warriors for a chance to play the Thunder in the Western Conference first round. Then in the 4-5 series, it'll be the Lakers Rockets, the 3-6, the Nuggets Timberwolves, the 2-7, the Spurs and Trailblazers. In the Eastern Conference, the 1-8, it will be the Detroit Pistons versus the Magic or the Hornets in tonight's game. In the 4-5, it'll be Cavs, Raptors. Game 1 in the 3-6, Knicks, Hawks. Should be a fun one. And the last one, the 2-7, Celtics, Sixers. Any fun series you're looking forward to here in the NBA in the first round?
We got to get through tonight first, man. We just got to get through tonight first before I start looking ahead to.
Suns 3.5-point favorites tonight. I need you to make a pick.
Give me the Warriors.
I knew it was coming. Just a pessimist.
It's not great. I don't feel great about it.
No.
They played so poorly in the fourth quarter in the final 3 minutes.
It's not like they played. Like,
they've been doing
it's
it
not
for
like,
weeks
they
now.
lost because the ball didn't bounce their way. They played so poorly.
I know, and they've been doing it for like the last.
It's not a random blip.
No. It's been a constant theme lately.
Correct.
So unfortunately, give me the Warriors. Now, I some people out there may be saying I'm doing the reverse from last week because I know what happened with all of my picks on Friday. They didn't work out, so I'm doing the reverse. But I genuinely think the Suns are going to struggle tonight. Just a gut thing. Everything.
I think I would take the Warriors.
Everything on paper says that they should win the game.
I think I'm going to take the Warriors as well. In the NHL, their playoffs start Saturday as well in the Western Conference. It'll be the 1 seed Avalanche. They'll take on the Kings. The Dallas Stars will take on the Minnesota Wild. The Vegas Golden Knights will take on the Utah Mammoth. And the Edmonton Oilers will take on the Anaheim Ducks. I almost called them the Houston Oilers.
Well, I could understand that mistake.
Right.
Series that I'm interested in. Philly-Pittsburgh should be fun.
Yeah, the Penguins-Flyers series should be fun in the Eastern Conference. The Hurricanes-Senators series should be great. Really pulling for Buffalo in the Sabres-Bruins series.
Utah-Vegas, fun. Couple of the most recent expansion teams.
Utah-Vegas should be fun. And then the Lightning-Canadiens, that's probably what most people think is really the Eastern Conference Finals. Those are two of the best teams this year, and they've been fantastic. So it'll be fun to watch them.
Yeah.
Also, the Hockey Metrics loves the Hurricanes and the Senators in like I don't understand the Hockey Metrics, but they have the Hurricanes is like the number 2 team and the Senators is the number 3. So that should be a fun series as well.
Playoff hockey is the best.
Playoff hockey is the best. And go Flyers. First time in 6 years, I get to sit down. I get to wear my Flyers hat and root them on the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I wish you the best of luck, my friend.
The Flyers have a song they've been listening to in the locker room.
Okay.
It's Man I Need by Olivia Dean.
Okay.
I'm a huge Olivia Dean fan. Have I told you this?
No.
Olivia Dean's the best.
I think I'm only familiar with that song.
Really?
I think.
You gotta do some more listening.
Well, maybe there's a song that I don't associate with her.
You gotta go home and just nothing but Olivia Dean tonight and tell me what you think.
Can I tell you what's not going to happen? Is that.
Why?
Because it's just not going to happen.
Up until Suns, post Suns, nothing but Olivia Dean.
No. I'm good.
Wrong.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to do it. Another week of shows in the books. We're back on Monday. Jim Rome, he's coming up next. Producer Evan, thank you for all that you do. Everybody, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Suns tonight. We'll talk to you on Monday. See ya.